Let's take a closer look at the four key concepts here. If we begin with place promotion. Place promotion is very simply aimed at increasing demand for a supply that's already there. So what does that require? Well, that means that if we say place promotion is aimed at increasing demand for something that's already there, then if this is your task and somebody builds a new hotel, you become responsible for or co-responsible for filling those beds. All right, let's look at the other side of the spectrum, place development. Place development is aimed at influencing the supply of a place, and its vantage point is often at demand. So for a tourism developer, it's like, well, there's a demand to go and enjoy life here. I'm going to try and develop new hotels to meet that demand. Very simple. Most places I know, this world and that world is completely detached unless it's about tourism. If it's about residential, or if it's about talent, if it's about economic attraction, the ones that are doing this often have absolutely no seat at the table when we're deciding upon this. Right. In most places in Europe, we've built an invisible wall between the people that shape how our places develop and the people that are supposed to tell the stories about what those places are about. Imagine if we talk about attracting businesses and we had all these beautiful ideas about what kind of smart society we're going to be and all our R&D clusters and our universities and so on. But every time we make a business area park, we disconnect it completely from our objectives. Then we create a schizophrenic place where the stories that we tell to convince people to choose our places are detached from the actual development that happens in those places. And that becomes inherently, unauthentic. But then comes place marketing. Place marketing aims at influencing the choices of people. And if you open a marketing textbook one-on-one, they will show you the 5 C's or the 7 P's or whatever. And one of them is promotion. One of them is communication or marketing communication. And the rest is about the prices, the places, the connectivity, and so on. But what you need here is not just influencing demand or influencing supply, but it's influencing both the supply and demand. If you want to be able to influence the choices that people and companies and so on make strategically, so if you want to have them choose stuff that will benefit your city's objective in the longer term, then of course we need to know what we actually want to achieve. But we also need to build a governance and a system wherein we actually make use of our marketing people to help connect their expertise to our city planners and our economic planners and our ecosystem builders. What does this mean? This means that the KPIs of the place marketing here should be the same KPIs as the ones for the urban development department. Or at least derivatives of. At least KPIs which are like, well, if you do these things on influencing the demand side, right? Then you guys at the urban planning office needs to do these things to influence the supply side, because then these two things together will increase the likelihood of people and companies making the choices that we like. So the fourth dimension at the Roeselare coffee break is the place branding part. And the place branding part is about the image. Image being associations, feelings, sentiments in the minds of people. Now, if you would say, when is place marketing successful? That's when the right kind of people and companies make the right kind of choices. We define what's right based, I hope, on strategic objectives of our place, what our place needs, what our place wants. Yeah. When is place promotion successful in this framework? When we reach the right kind of people with the right kind of propositions that will help them make that choice. When is our place development successful? When we build the kind of supplies and the kind of services in the area that helps facilitate the kind of choices that we would like people and companies to make. When is place branding successful? When the image of the place helps those other things happen. And it only helps those other things happen if it is based on what people in the locality themselves thinks and feels and so on. Right? So it needs to be a reflection of the identity of the place, of the character of the people, of the history, the layeredness. That's why I talk about deaf people sometimes, right? It needs to be a reflection of that, plus an ambition or a value proposition where we say, like, well, this is our history. And of course, that's a selective process. We say these kind of cultural values, these kind of things, these kind of activities are the ones that we feel especially connected towards. These are the things we are proud of. These are the things that we would like to protect and develop into the future. So it's not just deductive, like you measure the image and then that's the thing to go with. No, you need that as a vantage point to know where you are right now and to formulate goals that are within reach about where you would like that image to go. In a way, that would help achieve these other choices. So that's an easy game, isn't it?